Some Twitter beef brewing. Dan Rafael and Adrien Broner. I'm just gonna quote this and then I'll get into my comments. Dan Rafael quote: Broner Khabib for fraud title unless top rank protests unheld, and he talking about his story. And then Adrien Broner responds: Dan Rafael, shut up, you, shut up, shut your bitch ass up, trying to slander my motherfucker and talk bad about a fight when you never fought a day in your life. And Dan Rafael responded to Adrien Broner, love you, bro. And then it's just funny because I was sitting right next to Dan Rafael for the Mares Santa Cruz fight. I wish I could have got wind of this yesterday. And could have interviewed Dan Rafael as it relates to Adrien Broner and the story. I wish I could. I was just so wrapped up in Mares Santa Cruz, and I had to do some stuff for Ricardo Mayorga and Shane Mosley, but I wasn't there. I was at Mares Santa Cruz. But let's get into this. Dan Rafael has a point, being that does Adrien Broner really deserve a championship fight at 140? I would lean more on the no side, and he's been more flash and substance lately. So, like everyone else, he would have to prove himself to actually win a fight. But when Danny Garcia vacated the belts, obviously Al Heyman has personal preference in who he wants to obtain the belt or who he believes should obtain the belt. But let's just be realistic. When Adrien Broner, if he wins, because Khabib is a hell of a boxer. So, and if he's patient as he showed in the past, Broner could be in trouble because, as you see, Broner's content with being a counterpuncher, as we saw in the Sean Porter fight. He won't press the action. But let's Adrien Broner, about his character. You know, your character. Everything is fine when people compliment you on your character, but when people challenge your character, that's when you show your true character, if you get what I'm saying. So whenever the rubber hits the road and pressure fills Adrien Broner's pipes, he always comes out with some outlandish and never responds like I should say rarely responds like a mature adult. So he still has some growing up, and this was going to be another growing pain because at the end of the day, Dan Rafael reaches out to more boxing people than Adrien Broner on the individual basis. But we'll see what happens on October 3rd. If Adrien Broner loses this fight, I mean, his world is come crashing now. And I'll screenshot the other comments that Adrien Broner said. He told him to shut your fat ass up, but man, we'll see. And I wonder, will Dan Rafael show up? Because Adrien Broner said he's not doing no more press conferences before the fight, which makes no sense because there's no way he's getting out of doing a press conference before a fight because Al Heyman and PBC needs Adrien Broner to talk, to either dig himself in the ditch or dig himself out of the ditch, because he makes for great sound bites when he's talking, and truth be told. So as I mentioned, I had a video on Dante's Boxing Nation when I explicitly talked about the deficits in Adrien Broner's boxing game, and it has to do with more so of his commitment to boxing. So I actually enjoyed following him. I would say the past month and a half, he's been more family oriented. Look disciplined, looks in better shape. I don't know what his weight is at, but October 3rd will be interesting. I'll be covering the Matisse Postel fight. I'll be at the StubHub Center in California, so I'll TiVo the Adrien Broner Khabib fight, so you guys will get that before me in terms of actually watching it. So I'll be on the late train with that, but we'll see what happens to Adrien Broner. Dan Rafael has the ability to ruffle a lot of feathers, and uh, we'll wait and see what happens. I didn't read the article yet about Top Rank's protests upheld and all that, so maybe I'll do a video on that. But I just thought you guys should know, because maybe because since this was done on fight night with two fights, maybe some of you boxing fans will miss this. So Adrien Broner and Dan Rafael gets in a Twitter beef. Let me know what you guys think. Yes, Adrien Broner needs to shut his mouth up at some point, and if he talks, just make sure he backs it up, like i.e. Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones, Andre Ward to some degree, But we'll have to wait and see what happens. This is Barbershop Conversations. Again, appreciate you guys' support. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 subs in the near future. My birthday is October 17th, so that will be a great 38th birthday present. So looking forward to hearing you guys' comments. Let me know what you guys think. Is Adrien Broner still immature? Should he have responded to Dan Rafael like this? And we'll just have to wait and see. Barbershop Conversations. Appreciate you guys' support. Bye-bye.